sugars are very high, that doesn't mean it's juvenile diabetes. Sugar can come low. We do certain tests. Formerly, we were doing autoimmune markers. GADA. Ramesh was putting up the antibody called GADA. Then we used to do pancreatic islet cell antibodies. Then we had several other markers. All these markers were inconsistent. And the hallmark is the child who comes with diabetes is symptomatic, loses weight rapidly, eats more, drinks more, urinates more, and has loss of weight and energy, becomes thin. And sugars are in the sky, 500, 600, 700. I have even seen 1,000. So when they come like this, within a few weeks, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they go in for a condition where fat breaks down and causes what's known as ketones, and vomiting starts. And once the vomiting starts, they can't take anything inside. So this becomes a vicious cycle. They go in for what's known as diabetic coma, with blood becoming very acidic. Normal human blood is alkaline. So later they studied the insulin assay. I have gone through these phases. I don't want to tell you all that. The current hallmark, if you want one test to know whether this child is a diabetic, a juvenile diabetic, insulin dependent diabetic, which really means we have to have insulin shots 1, 2, 3 times a day, or even 4 times a day. People have taken 6 times a day in the West. They have taken up to 200 units, 300 units of insulin to stay alive. But what differentiates them is they're endogenous. So Professor Sam G.P. Moses, one of the doyens of our teachers and doyens of diabetology in Chennai, used to say, juvenile diabetes is the true diabetes. Adult diabetes is a fake diabetes, pseudo diabetes. You eat more, you don't work, and you just get blood sugar and go on blaming this and that. You control your thing. 40% of adult diabetics will become alright. They will not have diabetes. Or they can control it with means which are other than medicines. But juvenile diabetes cannot be controlled with anything else excepting when in 1921, as they said, the World Diabetes Day, as Suresh said, pointed out, insulin was discovered from the pancreas of a dog by Banting, Prest and MacLeod, who is always left out. And they injected this into the first human being, and they found that the response was good. The sugars came down, and all the other things, other metabolic parameters. So insulin was the only answer. 92 years ago, insulin was discovered. Until then, till today, that is the answer which helps the children to grow. So we developed this department to keep these children well. We gave free insulin, free everything, comprehensive, free lifetime service to these children. But that's not enough. They get other diseases and die. So we have to treat them for other diseases to keep them alive. Tuberculosis or infections or various other things. So all these help us to gather. About 800 children have gone through us today. One child, as I told yesterday, is now a grandmother. My wife delivered 22 children free in this juvenile diabetes group. And their children have delivered children. So we have all these records, but that doesn't mean anything until I can see that the amount of insulin that is given to them can be reduced in number, because every prick has got a complication. As I showed you in the earlier presentation, every injection prick has got a complication and different absorption. So we use this pulsed electromagnetic for better absorption, had some results. But the hallmark of diagnosis depends on the body's insulin level. And that has been refined now to call as the one arm of the insulin chain called the beta chain is measurable. It's called the C-peptide. Now C-peptide levels in adults at the fasting state in anyone is between 1.1 to about 4 units. If that is there, it doesn't mean you are alright. If that has to act on the body, if it does not act in your muscles and give energy from sugar, that's type 2 diabetes. You have got a lot of insulin, poverty among plenty. You see, there is a whole lot of seawater, but you can't drink it. So if you got insulin in the body, it's not enough, it's not acting. But in children, there is no insulin. So that is the true diabetes. There is no insulin in the body. The beta cells of the pancreas which produce it are destroyed due to some reason, and the insulin level goes, the C-peptide level goes below 1.1. So slowly it becomes very, very low, and in many people it is almost non-measurable. So we had no clue as to how it happens, how to improve it. All the researchers after insulin has never concentrated on the fact, is there any healing modality, whether it is Ayurveda or whether it is energy medicine or it is you have got homeo or you got anything. So everyone says, I know you children's diabetes, I know that they have to take insulin, but I can reduce their sugar. But to keep them sustained without insulin for days together, weeks together, months together is impossible. If you stop it, they immediately the sugar goes to 500 and they get all the symptoms and you can't do anything. And they will go into coma. So this is very, very important. If you give too much of insulin, they will go down in coma. So it's a balance. So we have been trying all the various treatment which has never given us the answer. Until recently, 2 years ago, Mr. Rajan Iyer, who came to our center, and he tried what he calls as metaphysics part of his energy treatment, which he delivers through acupuncture. I didn't first understand it, excepting the fact that he suddenly made one man who had a facial paralysis, in one sitting he made his face look alright. So that looks good. But I was not fully convinced that everything is alright. So I asked him whether you will be subjected to scientific scrutiny. You do what you like, but explain to us what it is. So he agreed. And last 2 years we have been treating a variety of cases. If you go to the expo, you will see what all cases have benefited, how much, what is the percentage of success, what is the percentage of this. Everything can be shown on record. Everything is transparent. Nothing is hidden. But exactly what happens inside the cell, I found in a book, Professor Hegde was telling me, Wisdom to Wellness. Here, there is a statement which surprises me. It's called Turning Powerlessness into DNA Power. It's a very nice book written by a nurse called Maureen Minihan Jones, who is a registered nurse in California. She writes a book that your mind control can be trained. She calls it MO treatment or MO, modus operandi. But what she gives here is DNA power, according to her, stands as dynamic, natural, authentic power. A power inherent in all of us and given to us, given to everyone by our source, God. So it's again Brahma. It's all in our own Vedas. But she has understood it in the Western way. And how can you claim the incredible DNA power? By releasing powerlessness out of the subconscious and instilling your DNA power into the soul level. So she has a training program, makes a lot of money. She reports cases of variety, including Parkinson's disease and multiple sclerosis, you name it. And she says, I can work with DNA power. But this book was given to me. Another man, suddenly, DRK sir is very good. He got hold of a man who said, I can cure. He sent me a book only 1 week ago, and it says, I can cure type 1 and type 2 diabetes in 72 hours. He wrote a book. He says all the claims, all the suit against him must be put in the Haryana court, not anywhere else. And that also is there. He says, in 72 hours I can give you Tulsi and cure your DNA, even type 1 diabetes. So I kept quiet about type 2 diabetes, whether he showed 3 or 4 cases. But type 1 diabetes I have been associated with for 50 years. And I cannot say that you can cure it. And he uses the word cure. So there is no such thing as cure, but there is a thing called remission. That means if you can make a type 1 diabetic who takes daily injections for months or years, stop injection even for 1 day, that is a cure for 1 day, remission for 1 day. Because you cannot stop even 1 injection. So with this I start and show you what happened to a couple of, now we have done for about 10 cases and we wanted a project. When we wanted to have that project, that's when the morning the veteran donor who came and gave, he said, I will fund it. So the real funding will be to work this, take up this work forward for the next 3 years and make VHS on top of the mark in the world, because this is a noble effort to the children but a noble effort for somebody who will win. I want to show you this. So, I have titled it, Is it possible, feasible, and we want to bring you what this dynamic acupuncture mediated metaphysical therapy. Metaphysical therapy through the small acupuncture needles is the macro energy of the world, which you can call as chi energy. Professor Hegde has given us a lot of insight into energy business. Goes into the cell and converts your DNA power. This is exactly what happens. Can we break this barrier? We will show you two cases and then I will leave you with the thought, because I am going to put up these two cases in the YouTube. Both are not in Chennai. Unfortunately, they don't come regularly for treatment. But even with the irregular treatment, what is happening to them is stunning. To me, as a man who has grown with these children for the last 50 years, 48 years, it is just stunning. So this amazing response to this therapy has thrown up a highly exciting thing, because the first thing I noticed was after 2 or 3 therapies, the basal C-peptide increased. But even without it increasing, the patient feels a sense of well-being and sugars come down. They started with this age of a young boy of 10, 1 year ago, had shown with high diabetes. He came with about 700. And it was freshly detected diabetes, so we started 3 days with the therapy and then we gave insulin, because we can't be remaining mute spectators and not give insulin. We gave insulin. And then he went back home and the sugars started dropping with the same dose of insulin with which he fixed here, and he improved as if something good has happened. Next, please. The other case was, the most recent one was a 14-year-old boy from Karnataka who came, he was treated for ketoacidosis, which means diabetic coma, in a hospital in Bangalore called Columbia Asia. The endocrinologist had heard of us and sent him here for further treatment. I didn't know what treatment they wanted, because I have no other treatment. So I said, Rajan, you try this. And he tried his DAN therapy in this boy. And we kept him under close observation. At that time, I did not know that he was going to respond. But what happened was, 1 visit, 2 visits, 3 visits, his C-peptides start increasing. And his blood sugars came down, his insulin requirement came down. And at the end of about 2 months, and Professor Hegde has seen this boy, the boy had grown, he was without insulin for 3 weeks. Now, in juvenile diabetes, there is a condition called natural remission for a few days to a few weeks. It's called a honeymoon period, but they will bounce back. The same thing happened to this boy. We asked him when he was very well and 3 weeks without insulin. I was really amazed, but I knew that would not be the end of the story. So we are telling you there's something which is fascinating. He came very well with increased weight. He should have lost weight. He had no symptoms. But when we checked his blood sugar, when 3 weeks he has not been with insulin, his blood sugar when he came was 400. I said, I won't do anything. We'll wait and give a therapy. Evening it was 130. And then night it went up to 500. So I said, I can't keep quiet anymore. I just gave 5 units of insulin. Next morning it was 130. Then that whole day it was 130. And in the evening again. So something happening in the body was having breakthrough from the remission that he got for 3 weeks. And when that happened, I said, I will give him insulin, ask him to telephone to me every day. So during the last visit, we found his C-peptide from 0.1, it went to 0.01, then it went up to 0.3, then it went up to 0.7. It has still not come to 1.1, but the boy's insulin requirement has dropped by 50%. We gave him whatever original dose, we gave 50% of the dose. Today morning, every morning, he phones up faithfully from Tumkur to our sister phones up to me. Today morning his blood sugar is 88 with the same dose. 4 units or 6 units. And the morning 10 or 12. Now with this dose, he was originally having 20 and 8. Now 50% dose is doing well. When he came last time, I said, is he really had a breakthrough? So we have a test called the fructosamine test, which will show retrospectively 3 to 4 weeks whether he has really been good or only that day he is good. We found the fructosamine was only 2.9, which means he was very good, below 3. And the hemoglobin A1C for children are all very high, but this boy's hemoglobin A1C is 7.3 at the end of 3 weeks of no insulin. So this is a remarkable breakthrough we have had. We are going to follow it every month. We are going to update our YouTube column with this case and show you whether he ultimately will reach the level of C-peptide which the other boy got. The first boy from Delhi got a C-peptide level of 2.56. We'll just show you through these cases and say that here we have a man who uses a technique. He doesn't claim that he cures anything. He says, I alter your cell energy. What happens to you is your karma. But the karmic theory may be good, but in reality, there are certain conditions which we have documented, which we have shown in the expo, which can show remarkable thing which no other medicine has. So we have to investigate this further. It requires a huge funding. And if at all, if I can even treat 10 cases of juvenile diabetes and say we have reduced 50% of their insulin requirement, that would be a breakthrough because nobody has ever done a reduction in the juvenile diabetics insulin requirement. That's why 4 years ago when I presented my dream, which I showed you earlier, the Novo Nordisk company who sent 18 or 20 executives from the Novo Nordisk Copenhagen here, they didn't give any funding for us because their business will go down by at least 50%. They didn't want their business to go down naturally. If I reduce the insulin, then their business is down. They want insulin to be used more, isn't it? It's as simple as that. So what I have written is the present step forward looks almost like a giant leap in the history of juvenile diabetes research record because I know what is possible and what is not possible in children. We never dabble with children. Nearly a century after the discovery of insulin, I hope that this method, if it is supported by donors, we will be able to do it, deliver it for 100 children, and then give you results transparently then and there every month. And if I can do that, a year from now I will stand before you and give you the results of what happens to these 100 children. And please put up these 2 cases, and then we would like to honor Rajan. And yeah, this is the case of this boy from this thing. He was taking first visit. You will find that he had blood sugar of 500 and weight was 28 and height 4.